Take two. Anyway, I'm going to try and make this be a short video, but I doubt it, so bear with me, okay? So as you guys know, or don't know, if this is your first time coming to my page, I grew a bunch of Amaryllises. I grew over 40 of them. And most of them did flower and create at least one seed head. These ones I'm still waiting to dry out, but I do have one that I picked today, harvested today, and I've got a couple. As you can see, they're kind of broken. So I'm going to invite you to turn your phone this way, and you're going to watch how I separate the seeds from the husks and how I store them. Alright, so I'm hoping from this angle, you can see pretty much what I'm doing. There we go. I think you've got a little bit better view of my playing field. So I find that these are really handy. You could store things that are alike together. Also, like, you could just flat out store seeds in this. It keeps bugs away from them. Also lets them exchange humidity, like the seed pods, helps them dry out without getting moldy. So while I'm talking about dried seed pods, I harvest them when they start to get a little squishy or they start to turn yellow. I think this one might not actually have a seed in it. But it's worth a try. Every seed counts when you're trying to make your own hybrid. Alright, so we're going to start with these seed pods because they're all trying to open. I'm just going to go ahead, pause, open it up to save a little bit of time. I forgot to mention that you're going to need some sort of cup or a little dish to put your seeds in. First thing that I had was this tin. It had one of my favorite sprays in it. I am not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, go ahead. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the seed head. So you can see the 3 different chambers. 1, 2, 3. And this right here is an Amaryllis seed. It's thin and papery. If you look really closely, I don't know if it's gonna focus, but if you look really closely, that round center, that's actually the seed. But there could be 50 seeds per chamber, so I'd say this could be 150 seeds right here in this pod. So I'm just going to there we go. You can see if it's right here. Gently. This is still a little wet. The seeds are still a little wet. That's okay. They're going into these bags to dry out. But, like, just get a good look at that. At the end of this, when I'm done separating all these seeds, I'm going to go ahead and count how many I've got. I'm only taking the viable ones. I don't know if you can see these. It's not going to focus. But these little things, those aren't going to grow. So, oh, those just fell off. Trying so hard to get it so you guys can see what I'm doing. This camera angle is not my friend. So, I don't know if you can hear that sound of them hitting the bottom of the tin. Still got a couple more. Don't want to miss those. Now, these aren't viable just yet. They do have to dry for a couple of weeks before I would do anything with them. So I'm going to repeat this process off camera, and I'll show you my haul and how I pack them up into a bag. So, oh, pardon me. But, so, you see how this one hasn't quite opened yet, but it's really dry? I'm not going to mess with it. And don't worry, I am composting every part of the plant I don't use. I have 11 more seed pods to dry out as of right now, but I do have more blooming flowers. My Minervas, they look like crap because they started blooming before I got home from my honeymoon. So that's why I didn't show them. And also this year, the colors are a lot more dull. Um, I I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen, but I'm getting seed pods off of that, and I got a couple more seed pods that just aren't ready to cut. So that's not my final number, but I've got 4 seed pods in total that I have collected seeds from. So give me just a second. I will count them, let you know how many seeds I've got, and I'll be back to show you how I bag them up for drying. So I got 400 seeds from my Amaryllis so far. So simply enough, all I'm going to do is pinch this bag open. There we go. That's one bag of seeds. And they'll dry out. I'll just hang them up on a tack on the wall. And then, I don't know what these varieties are. I started labeling, then the labels fell off. So I just said, hey, I'm just going to accidentally discover my new hybrid. You know, I'm not going to keep track of its line, even though you're supposed to. Sue me. Wow. But I couldn't risk crushing any of them because each and every one of these seeds is my opportunity to name a hippiastrium. And that's my goal. I will have some seeds to share after I plant more than my fair share. But anyways, follow me and stick with me if you want to learn how to sprout these. Bye.